Rost? 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 Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
Throwback and welcome back to a brand new episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. Link to the previous episode, which was basically a training montage and a long as tutorial. Link to the previous episode at the top right hand of the screen now. Basically what you're doing is learning the last few mechanics. It's basically like the pseudo tutorial, how to knock down machines using the heavy attack on our spear. Basically speaking, it shows us how to get parts and how to knock down machines. Of course, we have these fireplaces, so they basically act as our quick save area. So just showcasing our spear. This is the only thing we did not get to use in the training montage that we had before. And with that out of the way, today we are going to be doing a lot of activities. This is basically our first
he
taste
said we
of
go hunting
gameplay.
this morning. Why isn't he here? Where's he gone to?
Aloy talks to herself a lot, and I can understand if you'd find that annoying. I don't, because I see it from the perspective of she's been alone her entire life as an outcast. So aside from Rost, she probably wouldn't have anyone else to talk to. Which, by the way, as you'll come to find out much ahead, is that even as an outcast, you're actually not allowed to speak with other outcasts, which I find quite weird. Basically, you're supposed to be living
there. What's
in
going on with
complete
him?
solitude. But anyway, let's see what Rost has for us. I will be doing more explaining along the way as things go by.
Aloy, you're here.
When you
Like I
said we were
said-
going to go hunting, I didn't realize you meant I'd have to track you down.
We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy. You've learned to hunt, learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die. Descend into the embrace and hunt until you have gathered the parts for fire arrows.
Fire arrows? What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Is something else bothering you?
No, I'm fine.
Are you worrying about what happens after the proving?
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast, to be shunned.
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't...
There is much to do, Aloy. We will discuss this later.
Okay. Anything else you want me to do while I'm down in the embrace?
Odd Grata might be out of food by now. You could hunt a week's worth of meat for her, if you find the time.
Wouldn't mind if she'd say thanks just once.
Grata follows the law. Her silence towards us is honorable, not an insult.
If you say so. I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous. All right. See you at the North Gate.
Okay, so as I was trying
Something's really
to
bothering
say,
him. If he thinks I'm going to abandon him, he's wrong.
when these flashpoints where we get to choose how to speak, they really don't change much when it comes to the story. Regardless, it's a way of trying to give us some player agency, but they really don't change much. Now, What you're gonna do is you're gonna get a lot of things done. I'm just trying to reveal them up. Most of it is, fogged out to show us how big the area is. But these ruins that we fell in at the opening cinematic in the previous episode, we have to go back there because now that we have the spear, there are some inaccessible areas where we weren't able to access as a kid, but we can right now, which is...
That'll change after the proving. 2 days.
Which
2
is
days
what we
until I
want
get
to-
answers. 2 days and I'll know who she was. And why I was cast out at birth. As if there could be an excuse for that. Alright, time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
So this episode is going to be fun. We're going to be doing a lot of activities, mainly not related to the main story. The main story right now is the point of the spear, and we're absolutely going to ignore it. We're going to beeline and go do our own things. It's one of the things that I love about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Easier when I was a kid.
It gives you the freedom to do
Whenever
whatever
a
you
machine
fancy.
falls, a scrapper won't be far.
It's your sister, Alara!
There's another machine right here, a scrapper, just as Aloy said. If you find a machine that's dead, a scrapper is not far. And these are the scrappers. So, we've already gathered enough metal shards from the machine. We just need to gather blaze from Strider. But like I said, we won't be doing that. We have these green exclamation points on the screen. They represent people that we can interact with and unlock 2 different versions of side quests. The traditional side quest, which takes you on a decent-ish path as we discover more story and content, and of course you also have some who are giving you errands. Errands are very short. It's basically just as it sounds. Go get this, take it here, go find this guy, tell him this, go find something that I lost, bring it back to me, such small short
Brom,
stuff.
please! It's a
But anyway, let's listen to this chick.
Who are you calling out for? Do you need help?
I have nothing against outcasts, far from it. But I shouldn't talk to you. I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't see anyone else around to help.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be callous. My brother was cast out, but his sentence has ended. He should have come home, but he didn't, and his camp was covered in blood.
You said your brother's camp was soaked with blood?
The Braves went looking for him, and that's what they found. All I can think about is what might have happened. Is he really dead? Or maybe just wounded? Is he suffering? Does he need help? I can't stand it not knowing.
What are you doing out here all alone?
Each day I cut a notch on the wall, so I knew Brom's sentence was over. Then I cut 3 more, but he still hadn't come back. I begged the matriarchs to send Braves to find him, and all they found was a blood-soaked camp. The Braves said he must be dead, but I have to know the truth. So I came out looking for him.
Why was your brother cast out?
Rom was always a little different, a little touched. One of the hunters had a cruel heart and never let him alone. I was gone but an hour, and the hunter set after him like always, but this time, Brom struck back with a rock and split the man's skull. Spirits made him do it, he said. Whispers of the forgotten. It cost him 10 years. I never should have left him alone.
What do you mean forgotten?
All Mother curses blasphemers who won't repent, banishing them from her eternal memory. Those lost spirits are the forgotten. Brom used to say they spoke to him, told him to do things. It was such a burden for him, and there was nothing I could do to help.
I'll do what I can to find your brother.
You will? Then let me come with you. I won't be a bother. I know how to stay out of sight.
I'm faster on my own.
If that is how it must be, just find him then. Please.
Now, as you can see, the new side quest, The Forgotten. So this is how you're basically going to be getting side quests in the entire storyline. We are getting, these are going to be things that you don't have to do. Literally, you can ignore all side quests in the game and just straight line the story, but that's not what you're gonna do. As I said, I'm gonna try get 100% completion this time around. I'm gonna be very, very thorough. And before we even do the final story mission, I will try and finish literally everything that we can in gonna try finish everything that we can in this entirety of the game, so that when we are going for the final story, it will be like the final piece to the 100%.
This old place.
Now,
I
this
haven't been here in
is
years.
the final. This
Wonder what I can
is the
find.
cave that we fell into. Please ignore that my textures just hadn't fully loaded in as they have right now. Now, all we are trying to do is figure out where we can find. There was a section that, two sections actually, that were locked off, and one had a data point, and that's what we are going for. Plus, by coming here to pick out a very specific item, so I'm used to prying the door open, the forbidden restaurant, which I will be doing in this series. But the best way we can do this right now, there is one more thing that we pick right here that activates a long-term, and by long-term I mean long-term side quest. I will be pointing it out once we get to it, so don't worry. And right here we've also gotten the blaze for the fire arrows. You did not need to take any striders. Like I said, the game gives you freedom to do whatever it is that you want, and sometimes you can even finish missions without even trying. But yeah, the game's developers wanted you to hunt
What
striders
area
to get
back
the
there?
blaze.
I found a way into it now that I'm older.
Right, so this is the other data point. All good things. Of course, if you want, you can pause and read. Something that I do not want to do. But yeah, basically speaking, there was something wrong with the lock. It was supposed to open, did not open. The people got stuck inside there and they died. Pretty grim stuff. Now,
Some kind of power cell.
we have picked up
Wonder what
the
it's for.
power cell right there, as you guys have seen, and it has opened a new side quest chain called the Ancient Armory. Now, that Ancient Armory side quest is going to be a long-term side quest. What I mean by long-term is we are supposed to pick up 5 of those power cells. We've only picked up our first one right there, so we have 4 more power cells to pick up. And I will be making sure to mention out where they are. The first ones are in this range, as I said, and the next time we are getting the second one, we're not gonna be getting the second one for a while. Not gonna lie, but it's not that long of a while. It's quite close where the second power cell is. The third one also quite close. The fourth one now that's far. And so is the fifth one. Anyway, I was just going back to make sure that there is nothing else that we've missed now that we're here, and we can leave. So yeah, things are going good. There are 3 long-term side quests, if my memory serves me right. One for, well, this the Ancient Armory. There's another one for the DLC, which again we're not gonna be doing for a long time, because the graphics and animations of the DLC are way better than the base game. And secondly, the difficulty spike from the base game to the DLC is unbelievable. If my memory serves me right, the DLC has a difficulty of 30 recommended. Like right now we are level 3. The DLC will tell you to be at level 30 as an appropriate level to undertake it. I disagree. I think to do the DLC you need to be at least level 45. not gonna lie, because the last time I played it, even as a level 40, I was getting my ass whooped. And if you can go to the DLC at level 50, even better.
Got their attention.
Anyway, machine combat, just to show you how it's gonna work. Like I said in the previous episode, I do not do stealth. Well, I do sometimes, but if I can avoid it, I will avoid it. I prefer taking these things head on, just beelining through them, destroying them as quickly as I can. Anyway, the main story is telling us to go buy the tripcaster from Cass. Like I said, not gonna do that. Instead, what you're gonna do is you're gonna try and stock up on some medicine, you're gonna try and get some materials, and then now we're gonna go activate a different side quest. So we're gonna go do the Forgotten instead, because why wouldn't we? So we're gonna go to Brom's camp to figure out exactly what happens to him. In this game you can't swim, by the way, albeit they do not have a very, what's it called? They do not have a very sophisticated swim mechanic, but you still can swim. And something that they improved upon, especially in the Forbidden West, is when you go to swim, at the very least in the Forbidden West you do have a breath meter, if that makes sense, where if you run out of breath you start drowning. In Zero Dawn you don't have it. You can literally stay underwater for an infinite amount of time, which is just crazy in my opinion, but you know, it was their first attempt at creating an open world game,
Going down fast.
we're gonna give them a pass. Anyway, we are on the right path towards Brom, as you can see, so let's just get there as quickly as possible and get this side quest on the road. Of course, we also have the activity of getting Grata some food. So you saw me there kill a boar on the first try, the first boar that I saw. We are gonna be doing the same to every other animal that we see. Well, just a few, maybe another rabbit, a turkey, a fox, things of the sort, just to gather the meats up, the supply of food, so that when we get to Grata we can just give it to her on our way. That's another thing that I'm gonna be trying to do a lot, is not go out of my way to I'm not going to go out of my way to I'm not gonna go out of my way to do particular quests. I'm gonna try to do quests as they appear.
Blood, but no body. There's gotta be more to
let's
this.
listen to some of these investigations by Aloy.
Looks like a few drops of blood lead away from the camp.
So basically speaking, what we want to do right here is pick out our focus and just simply investigate the area to figure out what happened to him. There is not much that we can do in regard to this game. At this point in time when I was doing the recording, honestly I did not stop it. I just had to go use the bathroom. That's why the awkward kind of pause is there, but I mean, when nature calls, when nature calls, it calls, man. So like I said,
Whose knife is this?
we just have to follow the blood trail.
Did
Shows
someone
you where we need to
attack
go.
Brom with it? Looks like more blood leading away from here.
This area of the Embrace has, if my memory serves me right, like 2 or 3 side quests
There, a
that
bucket.
you can do. So
Did someone bring the blood to the camp? The trail of blood ends here, but whoever left it must have also left tracks.
So basically speaking, as you can see, this side quest also serves more like a tutorial thing. As you can see, there's a fox here that you need
This thing's got a bite
to
out
take
here.
out. Can't believe I missed an obvious ladder placed right there, but anyway. Yeah, like I said, I'm never gonna be playing stealth. It's not my way of thinking. I am, with me it's on site, man. The machines are never gonna give you a chance to, they're never gonna give me a chance to breathe. They always attack you, so with me it's also on site. But in that regard, we keep moving forward. The side quest is not that long, to be honest. Practically speaking, I should be done with it very soon. I'm the one who's taking a bit of time to get it done. Like I said, along the way, I am hunting for spot for old Grata. Absolutely missed the hell out of those animals. But
That'll keep my stomach quiet.
we get the turkey for old Grata. Aloy is out here thinking that we're gonna be using that
That's
for her
twisted.
stuff.
If Brahm did this, why does he want people to think he's dead? And why desecrate the shrine?
Supposed to be following the tracks.
What are those scrappers picking at?
Okay, we need to fight more scrappers, which is kind of, part of the ordinary things that we do. The scrappers have a weak point at the top of their packs.
Looks like
It's what
it was a
I
watcher.
shoot
If it's
immediately.
Brahm, he definitely knows how to handle a spear.
Metal shards work as the currency in this game, so picking out animals and getting shards is quite it's quite something that you need to be doing all the time. It kinda helps you. Like I said, with these machines it's always on site. It's on site for them, might as well make it on site for you as well. I think we have gathered enough meat for old Grata along the way, so that's good.
Brahm
I
was an
said,
outcast
it
for a
was-
long time. Why take food and gear now?
Like I said, always highlight the track and keep following. But yeah, like I said, for me, doing objectives along the way as you move makes
The
it more
supplies from the
efficient.
cache. Why would they take them and just throw them away?
Again, my game was a bit stuttery. I mean, I do get to fix it, but sometimes there are things which you can't really help. Has nothing to do with my PC. It's just the optimization was just a bit whack. But
I will.
not much you can do.
I'll kill myself.
Anyway,
I'll kill
here
myself
he is.
before I
We
hurt her.
found him. So let's listen to what's the problem with him.
I will. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself before I hurt her. You're not a spirit. What do you want?
I want you to step away from the edge, Brahm.
No. Leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to think? How am I supposed to think when everybody is shouting at me?
So many voices to listen to. It must make your head hurt. I promise my voice will be soft and soothing.
A soft voice like Alara's. It's been so long. Years. Yes. Yes, I will listen.
That's better. Now tell me, what's troubling you?
Spirits of the forgotten. Souls cursed by the All-Mother. Their voices never let me be. They want me to do things. Hurt people. If I go back to the Nora, they might make me hurt Alara. And I'll kill myself before I let that happen.
Do you have to listen to the spirits, Brom?
They're speaking to me right now. Oh is with me. They take care of me, keep me company, help me, except when they scream. Like when that hunter knocked me down. Crush his skull with the rock, they said. And I did.
Brom, you're alive. Oh, Mother be praised. I'm sorry I followed you, but I had to make sure he was all right.
No. Please, sister, I can't protect you.
I need no protection from you, Brom.
He fears these spirits that he hears will turn him against you. Unless your voice can quiet them?
Yes, just as it was before. He only ever hurt someone once, and it was provoked.
I don't want to hurt you. But the forgotten, their whispers, they fill my head with screams.
Brom isn't ready to return to the Nora, but I don't think he'll hurt you, Alara.
There's a place where I can stay. A cave on All-Mother Mountain. I suppose you could visit me there, so long as I'm strong.
You will be, Brom. I'll help you. Thank you, Aloy. I'll take care of him now. May you walk in All-Mother's eternal memory, and may the forgotten leave you be.
Well, that's a very strong case of schizophrenia, but that's just me. Anyway, the forgotten side quest is complete. In the next section we have Grata, so that's where we're gonna be going next. Like I said, in this game you don't have to do the main story because the main story tells you to go do it. You literally have all the freedom in the world to do whatever it is that you like. So now let's go give Grata her meal, get those side quests moving forward. Of course, after we're done with these two side quests, there's nothing much left to do right here, so that's what we're gonna leave and do something. Well, not do something, but progress the main story as well. I don't know if this type of gameplay is what people like, because I know mainly people like doing the main story, but I've always been a completionist at heart. If you start something, it's best to try and give it your absolute best to complete it, and they wouldn't put side quests and errands in the game if they didn't want you to do it. Of course, you don't have to do it. The game makes it quite clear. In fact, the only reason to do this, as you guys are gonna see at the end of the game, is, as weird as it is, it changes the ending of the game, surprisingly. Yes, I know. Let me explain. Doing side quests actually changes the ending of the game. You can absolutely beeline the main story, do not do any side quest, do not do any errand, and by your side at the end of the game you'll have two characters from the main story helping you. If you do side quests, the number of characters helping
Grata.
you increases.
Oh, Mother,
Anyway,
since
here
I
we
was
are.
cast out, have I not been constant as the river flows? Have I not kept the vows as the stones do? Show me your grace, All-Mother, and provide for me once more.
Good news, Grata. Once again, All-Mother has brought you rabbits.
All Mother, your voice cracks like the distant thunder. I hear the songs of grief, All Mother. I would join the call, but I left my prayer beads atop the eastern overlook. I am afraid.
Wait at your camp for me, Grata. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, like I said before, errands, they're literally what they sound like, errands. Go here, bring this. Go here, tell this person this. Go here, find this, take it there. You know, such simple activities that you can do to go. They're basically very simple activities, these errands. So for Odd Grata's errand is basically an introduction to errands, and all you have to do is go and get her prayer beads and bring them back to her. Like, nothing too big, nothing too small. Okay, so like I said, with me and machines, it's always gonna be on site.
You want to talk to an outcast?
I'm desperate for help, whatever the consequences.
What's the problem then? Trouble with your leg?
Forget about me. It's my daughter, Arana. She's in danger. She went after a scrapper near Mother's cradle, and I fear for her life. I can't even stand up, let alone go after her. Will you help me find her?
Why would your daughter hunt a scrapper on her own?
It's my fault. I went after it first, and it tore up my leg. I barely got away, and I left a spear impaled in the machine. That spear was made by Adina, my mate, who died last year. It means everything to Arana. She went after the scrapper to get it back.
You said Arana went to Mother's cradle?
Yes, southeast of here. I forbid her from going, but ever since her mother died, she's become impossible. Damn it, look at me. A widower, now a cripple. Father that can't find his daughter. Please, help me set things right.
You know the matriarchs might cast you out for speaking to me, don't you?
I don't care. I tried looking for her myself and my leg gave out. Just find her. I'll accept any punishment if it means she's safe.
I'll do what I can to help your daughter.
Make sure she's all right. I'm begging you.
Alright, so nothing much left for us to do. We've gotten another side quest, which is in her mother's footsteps. So these are the 3 side activities that we can do right here, which is quite, I mean, they're not so bad, if you ask me. They are quite easy to do, quite easy to fulfill, so we shall be doing this one. See how it goes, essentially.
The brave trail up the rocks is close by.
Again, it's on site with this machine. For me, it really doesn't matter. As long as it's a machine, I am taking it down. You do not have to always pick out this.
Grata may be devout, but it takes strong arms to reach the Overlook the fast way.
You do not always need to, carve out the machines, but it's recommended. It makes your life quite easy when you move on forward. Anyway, so what we're gonna be doing right now is trying to scale this mountain so that you can go get Odd Grata's prayer beads. And then once we are done with that, we shall go get the spear. I'm actually that's the funny thing in this game. You can't take something. You can't start a side quest like right now. We are going to get the prayer beads for Grata. I will show this to you. Once you get the prayer beads, you don't even have to take them to her immediately. You can literally leave that side quest there hanging, start a new one, go do it, and then bring back the two items to the two people because they're in close proximity to each other, and in the end up saving a lot of your time in the process while doing so. It's the player agency in this game is fantastic, and I love it.
Aha! Grata's prayer beads. I see why she comes up to pray. It looks like Mother's Gate. You know, I wonder what bothers me more. That she ignores me, and that with all her talking to All Mother, she's never lonely.
Anyway, so there we are. We've taken Grata's beads. We can
Might
literally
regret
go
this.
take it to her, but like I said, at the same time, we don't even have to. We can literally go and start a whole new different quest here. But I will be showcasing this in other side quests as well. And I don't remember if while doing this recording I actually showcased it, but it would have been much better if I actually went and did the other side quest and then brought both together at once, because it would have been a more efficient time of my use of my time. I almost said a more efficient time of my use. Anyway,
It'd be fascinating if they weren't looking for
let's
me.
take the prayer beads back to old Grata and listen to her being thankful before we go do the final side quest and then end this episode. In the next episode we shall be doing, I've already decided this episode is gonna end here after the final side quest, but in the third episode we are going to be progressing the main storyline a bit, since there
There's
won't
Grata,
be much for us
all
to
alone
do
with All Mother.
in this
The only way she knows.
region.
Here are your prayer beads, Grata. Now you have what you need.
All Mother, each morning I find your tears of joy speckling the leaves. Joy at the beauty of all you have made. See how I cry now with you in gratitude.
So you'll cry for her, but you won't speak to me. Fine. Guess that makes you the better outcast. Grata, I may not be around much for a while. I'm gonna run in the proving, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen after that.
Oh, Mother, I thank you for the kindnesses you share. When the proving comes, in your great wisdom, may you give favor to a brave of generous heart.
I think I get what you're saying. Goodbye, Grata. For now.
That is such a beautiful thing, man.
Oh,
And
Mother,
plus it's kind of foreshadowing, but I will put that aside. I'll just say, make a mental note of Grata saying that All Mother should give favor to approving of kind heart or something. Just make a mental note of that. Anyway, finally we are going to do the last side quest, which is in her mother's footstep. This side quest is going to be quite easy. It's not even gonna take us that long to do. So it's the final side quest that we're gonna do, and upon doing it we shall go and finish up by setting up the next part of the main story mission by getting the tripcaster. And then in the next episode, that's where we're gonna start, and it's gonna be fun, really, because this game is fun and I do enjoy playing it.
That must be Arana.
As
Sounds like she's in trouble.
many times as I can. This is literally like my third.
I can't get down.
No, third will be like this is my fourth play. So yeah, in this fourth playthrough, something we're gonna make sure that we're gonna make sure that everything is fun. I'm gonna showcase everything good, everything that I like, everything that I enjoy about the game. We also have an upgrade system, something that I should be doing quite soon. But as for now, let's just destroy their watches. For somebody who was one-shotting them before, I'm not so sure why destroying these watches became quite the problem for me, but that aside, at least we are done with it. So let's go talk to the little Arana, figure out why she's here.
Thank you. I thought those watchers were gonna tear me apart.
Your father sent me after you. It's time to go home.
I figured. But I can't go back until I get my mother's spear from that scrapper.
Your father is worried sick about you.
He gets worried if I go 10 steps to relieve myself in the bushes.
He doesn't want to lose you, Arana.
I know. But I do wish he wouldn't yell at me so much.
How did you wind up in that tree?
I tracked the scrapper to Mother's cradle. Caught a glimpse of it too, but then a watcher saw me and called his pack. My oh, Mother, I'm just not a good enough hunter to get that spear back, am I?
That spear must mean a lot to you.
My mother made it not long before she died. I can't believe my father lost it.
He didn't mean to. Scrappers are dangerous.
I know. I just can't stand the idea that it might be gone forever.
I'll look for your spear.
You will? Oh, thank you.
Go find your father. His leg gave out while he was searching for you, just south of Mother's Heart.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll go to him right away. Thanks again.
Okay, so basically speaking, what you're gonna do is, the same thing that we did in the previous side quest. Basically do all the tracking that we can, figure out where they went, bring them back, etc, etc. Easy peasy lemon squeezy type of thing. So there's nothing much to it, to be honest.
Arana's trail ends here. Must be where she saw the scrapper.
It's quite the easiest
If I
thing to do.
follow its tracks, I should be able to find that spear. Mother's cradle. The trail ends here. I'll bet it crossed the river. Better check the other side.
So we're just literally looking for the tracks. There we are, found it.
Time to see Karst and get a tripcaster.
Yes, Aloy, that's literally the next destination, so don't worry. Just need to get this spear and then we're gonna go to cast and get that tripcaster. Of course, every time I find a campfire, I love picking them up because they help with fast travel. There is a fast travel mechanic that I will show you guys and how we use it, so there is no need at some point
there.
Traveling would be
time to get that spear.
So. There is the scrapper with the spear. Like I said, such an easy thing to do.
A well-made weapon. Arana will be happy to have it back.
And you're done. And we literally leave.
No one else around. Looks safe to meet. My guess is he'll be waiting for me. There he
Yep.
is. Looks nervous.
That's the ancient armory. That's the ancient armory side quest. Now that I'm looking at this, I've just realized that we were so close to the tripcaster point of view, meaning that I did not have to run all this way and then run back to buy the tripcaster. I could have literally bought it on my way to return the spear. So, you know, again, some micro optimizations that I should have been doing, or I should have been more aware of while I was doing the recording. But hey, forgive me, you can't always get everything right. But anyway, here we are. Let's give out the spear. And then go get the tripcaster, and once we get the tripcaster, we can go to Rost, where we can conclude this fine gameplay episode. Surprising that episode 2 is the first gameplay episode, because episode 1 was just a stupidly long tutorial. It was insane. But anyway, let's give back the spear and see what we get rewarded for. By the way, just so you know, doing errands and side quests also
Aloy's
give
back
a lot of
with the
rewards. So
First you send a Rana back to me, and now you've got the spear. When I first called out to you for help, I didn't even know if you'd speak to me. I'm glad you did.
Me too. I can't believe you got the spear back.
Your mother knew how to craft them. It's of exceptional make.
I'll never be the crafter she was, but she did pass along a few tricks. I'd be happy to take a look at your spear.
Thank you. It sounds like she was special. I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, because of you, I still have the spear to remember her by. You didn't have to help us, but you did. She would have admired that. Thank you, Aloy, for everything.
all right.
Coming